Okay, testing, testing. I need better spot for the guitar. Ooh, maybe I could like hang it up right here. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. To find some way to do that with the pegs I already got. Testing, testing. I need better spot for the guitar. Ooh, maybe I could like hang it up right here. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't know why my audio is so garbo. Just tilt this way so it kind of gets the full thing. I'll wait till I hear this thing over the video and then I'll proceed. Yeah, I don't know why my audio is so garbo. Just tilt this way so it kind of gets the full thing. I'll wait till I hear this thing over the video and then I'll proceed. Yeah, I haven't streamed in forever. If anyone's actively watching this, it's just been a hectic time in life. A lot of changes. Went to another bodybuilding show. Blah blah blah. But I have been keeping up with this. So I did complete this Secrets of Trick 7. So one more week and we have another set. I don't even know what I honestly don't even know what the set is. I'm so out of. I just found out yesterday. My buddy told me who doesn't even play Arena, that the Spider-Man set is actually the Spider-Man set is in here, and it's I can't remember if it's standard or not. It's in here. I don't think it's standard. No, it is standard because some of the cards are standard. You play that in standard, so it is standard. But it's this set through the Omen Paths. And it's like the Spider-Man cards, but they're reskinned. So because of Spider-Man IPs, I guess. I didn't know that. I kind of thought that was just, Cavero was just one of the characters I didn't know about in Spider-Man or some shit. Through the Omnipaths. Yeah, I think. Yeah, so this is where all the spiders come from. I believe this is all Spider-Man stuff. I'm not sure if everything is redone or what. I wonder who that's supposed to be. I don't know. I should look up all the differences because Bile Bulwark. Jeez Louise, symbiote villain. Yes, this is the Spider-Man set. And half the cards are just like Spider-Man, 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 Spider-Man. Which honestly, I kind of like it better this way. To be completely honest, like cards with Spider-Man are cool, but I don't know if they're all just different versions of Spider-Man. I don't really care all that much. I kind of rather Magic just create their own version of them. Like I know that's probably a Spider-Man. Maybe the Green Goblin, the way he's flying like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who's supposed to be who, but yeah, like these are all the Spider-Man cards. Where's Cavero? He should be here. Did I hit Mythic only? He probably is at the very end. Cavero here, yeah. They made Cavero for Magic. Anyway. Sidetracked. I gotta open a bunch of packs and I gotta buy this. Oopsies. Yeah, because I already completed it.
For students, but clearly you're all just pests.
I don't like his face. I don't care for any of the pets. Draft tokens are pointless because they're forced losses. What? Oh, 2 to the power. Oh, that's. Ugh. Oh, it actually has like just a guide of what you pay on it, how many cards you draw. So if you pay 10, then you draw 32 cards. Oh, if you pay 0, you get 1 card. So you can pay 2 to just draw 1 card. If you pay 4 total, you'll draw 2 cards. If you pay 4 total, you'll draw 4 cards, and so on, yeah. I don't really want to read this. I think Prepared is cool, though. I like how there are already other spells that exist. It's kind of nice. You gain light cistern controller. Oh, that's cool. This creature enters Prepare. This creature attacks you. Exile 8 cards from your graveyard. If you use creature, becomes prepared again. Turn target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I don't know what Paradigm is. The result as you result the first time this when you may cast a copy without exile. Okay, so you just double cast it. Is this a different side of a card? Why does it have that thing in the corner? Is that just the Paradigm logo? Is that just what goes with Paradigm? Basically, it's just a double. You just do it. You just do it 1 turn and then you do it another turn. That's, I think, that's too fucking. That's really good. I don't know if it's too good. I think that's just a really good card. Yeah. I mean, it's very easy to alt, especially if you're. I mean, if you're proliferating at all, even a little bit. You can alt the turn after you cast it. It enters, it removes a threat. You can draw cards with it, and then it stays at 5. And it's only a 4-drop. That's might be too much. That starts off at 3, so it's a little. I think this roll is a little bit more reasonable. Yeah, because you're not gonna alt him immediately. You gotta grow him up a bit. And his reanimate puts him at 1. His -1 is just discard a card, and +1 is just surveil. So I don't know. I think that's a lot. That's a lot more reasonable than this is. This is getting to the line there. Affinity for creatures, flying dust and sorceries. Cast affinity for creatures. I don't like that. I don't like how they mix like. Oh yeah, you gotta have creatures with your instant sorceries, because then it's like you end up having this weird mish, especially in standard, where it's like half your cards are instant sorceries, half are creatures. If your opening hand has no creatures, you're cooked. You just can't do anything. Yeah, wait till you get a creature out. So then you had to make the creatures really fucking good to balance that out. So it's just really high risk, high reward. Like slingshot, something. You know, you have 4 of those and like maybe a couple other dudes that kind of go with it, but the slingshot guy's the best by far. Affinity for creatures. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you had just like a bunch of, if you had some big whopping instant sorceries in green and black, and then you had a bunch of ramp creatures, because the ramp creatures would tap for him, and he has affinity for creatures. Especially if you had this as like your commander, you could get that shit out real quick, and then just drop it. Those big ones for free. Yeah, I might try something with that. It's a cool card. Eh. Flying Casey's Disruption is Miracle 2. Miracle's kind of crazy sounding. Each opponent's upkeep. Maze card, do draw card. That's kind of crazy too. That kind of gives you a bunch of free spells after you cast it. Not free, you have to pay 2, but I guess the fact that you have to pay 2 kind of evens it out. You just hope you get a big one every once in a while. Removal spell. That's pretty good. It only removes a creature. Giant tribal, which I haven't seen in a long time. Commons. More commons. Fancy looking commons. 30 orbs. This is such a drag to sit and do. I'm gonna do that off camera, I think. It's just so I'll do it at the end. Jeez Louise, you haven't opened up anything. Lightning bolt, first strike. You cast your 3rd spell each turn. Oof. You cast your 3rd spell each turn. That's a lot of. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. That's a lot of. That's a lot of spell cast, and that's a lot of shock spells and whatnot. Insert source spell in your hand without paying its mana cost. I mean, it's a 7-drop. Kind of makes sense. It's just a 7-drop 5/7 with that ability. Rare. Whenever you cast a spell, you don't own. It has to be an instant or sorcery though. That's Garbo. You have to hope your opponent. You may cast it this turn and spend mana over any time if that's moved. That's kind of garbage. You'd have to have other things around that. Yeah, no, that's not good at all. I get that, like, you Anthem, you put it count on all your creatures, but you have to pay 2, sacrifice one of your creatures, exile an instant or sorcery specifically from an opponent's graveyard, and then you're allowed to cast it. So you don't get it for free. So you're paying 2, and then whatever cost of something that has to be an instant or sorcery from your opponent's graveyard. I've never seen this in play, but I'm going to call it out now. I say this is garbage. That looks terrible. I've seen that. That's good. You can't lose the game this turn. Your opponent can't win the game this turn until the end of turn games. Whatever. 5-drop, draw 4 card. Oh, is either a board wipe or... It's a whale. Okay. I like that. I dig that. That's not bad. I think having 2 blues and 2 red pips, that could definitely just be... It doesn't need the 1 neutral. I think the 1 neutral makes it kind of not super viable. Like, it would just be more viable if it didn't have that 1 there. I don't know. 4 to draw 4 cards as a sorcery. Or be a board wipe. And it's only 4 damage, so it's definitely not gonna get everything. I think it could just be the 2 blue and the 2 red pips. And Storm's Wrath is the same thing, and that's easier to cast. But you don't get the option of drawing 4 cards. But you do just solidly draw 4 cards, so I don't know. Fracture's back. Here enters. Draw a card. Each player loses 1 life. Okay, so it's a blinker. Exile to 1 target creature, return that creature to the battlefield under center cross. You can do anybody, you can do your own stuff. Yeah. It targets a creature. Exile to 1 target creature, and then you exile like another creature. You can't do the same creature. I'm not even to read all these. Saw him. That shit's ridiculous. I don't understand. I don't understand the point. I mean, it's so simple yet so over the top. I mean, I don't know. It's just so much. Oh, put a plus counter on it. Yeah. One more puzzle. Add 1 mana of any color. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see that in action. That also has to do with a bunch of cards that you have. You just have to cast spells. Like you'll cast, and it's a 4-drop too. So after you like actually get there, you're gonna have less cards in hand. So I guess you just like draw spells. I guess draw spells that get bigger, and then you just keep tapping it for stuff after you get more mana. I don't know. I guess the fact that you can tap it and create a big thing with just straight up mana, that's pretty good. So roll. Haste is creatures prepared, destroy target land. It does no other way of being prepared. Usually these guys have a way to be re-prepared. I can't remember what it is though. Maybe they don't. Suspend aggression. Exile target. Exile target non-land permanent. And the top card of your library for each of those. Oh. So you get 2 cards out of it. One of your... I guess you want to exile your opponent's thing, and then you get one of your things. You choose to cast one of them till your next turn. I don't want to read all these, to be honest. I just got lazy. I don't feel like it. I'm going to skim them. Saw that. Yeah, I don't know. For 5, this seems kind of... Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's just always going to be better options than that. Culling of the Weak is just ridiculous. At least you have to sacrifice a creature. I mean, it's not as bad as the other ones. This thing's kind of fucking bogus. No, it's fine. You pay 3 for 4 power. And then... But if you flashback it, they get even bigger. No, I like that card. I think that's fine. I've just been beaten by it like several times, and I like didn't see it coming. Shoulders Eated. Magblood Archaic. Trample Reach. This creature enters with the +1 counter for each color mana. I hate those fucking cards. I hate cards that say, with the number of mana pips you use to cast it. Like, I just don't want to, like... I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan of that. Summer, draw a card if an opponent casts a blue spells. Spells you control can't be countered this turn. You and permanents you control gain. Oh, Veil of Summer. This card's been around for a while. I got banned for some silly reason. I don't get it. Green's already good enough, so I guess it didn't really need it. They should have one of these for, like, white or red or blue. I don't know. Artifacts and creatures? Oh, dude, this is like a new, what is it? Black Sun Zenith or something like that? Or, not that one. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a 3-drop. Pay life. As initial cost of spell, pay X life. Destroy all artifacts and creatures with... Yeah, dude, this is that, yeah. How much is a Vicious Rivalry? fucking shitting me? It's a 40-cent card? Toxic Deluge is the other one. Is that also a cheap card? Toxic Deluge is like a $4 or $5 card. What's the difference? Oh, this gets, yeah, Toxic Deluge gets around indestructible for creatures. Gets around indestructible because it minuses the toughness. But this thing also destroys artifacts. You go by the mana value and it's 1 extra pip. I feel like this is just as good as Toxic Deluge. I'm confused. Genuinely, this is just Toxic Deluge. Oh my god. It's 1 more pip. This hits artifacts though. It's mana value, that's the difference. Mana value versus just like the toughness. But this hits artifacts. Just a little bit more. You both pay life. 1 more pip, hits artifacts, doesn't get around indestructible. I don't know, I feel like that's almost just as good, or if not as good, but this is like a $5-6 card, and this is like I just looked it up, it's like a 40-cent card. That's very odd. I don't get that. I don't understand. Trample or discard a card and choose another being your instead of sacrifice permanently you gain life to turn. I don't know. 4 for a 7/6 trample is good. I guess there's a lot of engines and standards where you can repeatedly bring back creatures, small creatures, so it's a nice looking bulk up. Yeah. These should be easy to look at. There's not a ton of rares. Oh, I don't like these guys. I don't like these guys at all. They're confusing. I feel like I would fuck up casting it. Like I'd accidentally not pay the right amount, or then I'd pay the wrong amount. Because can't you do it twice? Can't you do this twice? When you cast this creature, if 2 reds was spent to cast this creature, deal 3 damage to any target. When this creature enters, if 2 greens was spent to cast it, do this. You can do that if you cast the full thing. Like if you're not evoking it, you can pay 2 reds and 2 greens to cast it. So you should get both of the triggers, but I've never seen that happen. I see people evoke and get one of the 2, fine. But then I see people cast the full thing, and they should be able to pay 2 reds and 2 greens, but they never do the second thing. They always have to pick one or the other, which doesn't make any sense to me. You should be able to get both things if you cast the full thing. Unfortunately, I just have not been able to get into the tree concepts. I like it though. I do like the whole toughness thing. Oh, on turn, you gain target you Is that an uncommon? I don't care about that. Can I get 4 rares or something like that? So whenever you play a land or cast a spell, draw a card at the end of your end step. At the beginning of your end step, your life total becomes half your starting life total random. That doesn't make any sense. I guess if you're playing standard, it's just always going to be 10. If you're playing brawl, it's always going to be like 14, or not 14, but 12 or 13. So your life is going to be 10 or 13 on arena. But for everything else, it's either 10 or 20 because that's how the format works, I guess. So you're always going to go back to a certain amount of life. So you wouldn't really worry about life gain. You'd just always be at this certain kind of limbo of life. Play a land or cast a spell, you draw a card. You just keep drawing cards and you stay at this certain extent. I've seen that shit before. Warp. Control enter for each land that enters the battlefield this turn. Interesting. I'm gonna play the lands first and then cast the creatures. Choco. I've never seen these. I've like maybe a very few times seen people play cards like this and see the transform. They usually don't. They usually don't get to the point of transforming them. This thing, you cast it and then transform it like the next turn. You should have the mana to do it. It's a 9/9 that fights, and then you add a bunch of mana. What the fuck? Oh, so you just fuck over their lands, I guess? Or fuck over your own lands and make them tap for a little bit more? Oh, I've seen that before. Move forward. Next time, a source of your choice would deal damage. This turn, prevent. Source of your choice would deal damage when damage is prevented. This way, deals that much damage to the source's controller. And you draw that many cards. Okay. So you prevent some allotment of damage, and then you draw a bunch of cards. So if some big thing's hitting you or something like that, you just cast this, and yeah. But that's such like a, like I like the card, but it's like it's pretty niche when you'd use it. Like you have to be saving that for when somebody's gonna hit you with a big thing, and I just feel like, especially since it's like a 5-drop card, that it just isn't gonna come to you very much. Like you throw 4 of those in a deck, I feel like you're gonna use one of them every 3 games or something like that, and it might even be that big. Like it might not even be that helpful. I've never seen cards like this. You know, reflect the damage, draw cards of a single source. Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see it seeing much play at all. I do like cards like Horse Palm, so like I think they're interesting, but I just don't think they're not utilized very well. Seek. That's an arena card. I don't give a fuck about arena cards. Okay. That's all my stuff. 33 packs of hoopla. And now, the orbs. This is so hard to fucking click through. I don't think the spacebar does actually anything. Oh, I hate this so much. It just takes so long to do. Such a waste of time. Tell you what, I'm ready to go back to bed. Yeah, standard still sucks. It's still just a lot of 2-card combos, and I think it's spreading out a little bit more. It's a little bit better. It still sucks, but like it's getting a little bit better. I don't know what's happening, but it's healing just a little bit. Like, I've seen people do more slingshot combos. I've seen people do more just like enchantment trigger combos, which I'm not a fan of either really, but it's better than just 2-card combos. I haven't really seen that 2-card combo with Bloodthirsty Conqueror in a while. I'm really the only one running that I know of. I only ran it because I ran into it like every like 4 out of 5 games. Not seeing a lot of mono black right now either. Mono black is kind of drifting off a little bit. But I've been playing kind of less standard and just kind of like fucking around with things that I like to play with. I'm too lazy to spend all my rares and mythics to make a new deck. That's finally done. Whew, that is exhausting. This is done. Not gonna do the rest of this. I'm just gonna take a week off of it. It's gonna be a good week. Hopefully I'm gonna get back and play Fallout 4 for this.